Hi, this is some of the grain that I've got growing out here on the Solon Brighton Road. This right here is a dollar spring wheat. See, it's come up very well. This is an Italian barley. And these are just little bits and things of some stuff I've got. Some of it is some Einkorn, some of it's some Coruscant, and a little bit of Zanduri wheat. Now down here you can see on these rows that we've got down here are the 6 different varieties of grain that we got from our source in Denmark. So these were planted on March 25th and came up very well, and they've come in good. As you can see, there's a spelt down at the end, different varieties of wheat. Right here is a barley. This seems to have come up just a little more sparse than the other ones, but it's come up very well. You can see different varieties of different varieties of wheat from Denmark that came up well. These were just planted by hand with 2 earthway seeders bolted together. These right here are some winter wheats that we planted in early September. This is an emmer that I've got. See, it's come up great. And then down here, this is some Banatka wheat, which apparently is from Hungary. Then I've got a little tiny spot between those 2 stakes, which is a winter wheat, again from Denmark. Down here are some varieties of Einkorn. I planted some of them down farther as a winter wheat, and you can see they've come up, although they came up really well in the fall, and then some of them are a little spotty after the spring. This is the same Einkorn that I've planted now in the spring to see what it will do. I just planted this the other day. Here's some rows of beans that we just put in, planted today. This is a little section of Poltava wheat, a winter wheat. It's from the Ukraine. Here's this Einkorn here that looked very well last fall, but you see it didn't have great survivability over the winter here. Although farther out it seems better. Out here, this other thick crop is some Einkorn that was in the hull. And I planted that, just scattered it and disked it in. And that seems to have survived very well. And then other things down here I've got. Here's a little patch right here of a spring rye. You can see, and that's come up very well through there. Here's a little bit of durum. Got a few rows that came up pretty well. And here's some of this barley, which is a Scottish malting barley there. And down below, there's other things I've planted here in the spring. And then you can see a little bit of green down there. And that's some emmer that I planted in the fall. Looked pretty good, again, last fall, and then we didn't get great survivability. And that's what I've got I planted some other stuff down there just in cover crops on the bottom. Some hulless oats. We'll see what that stuff, that's some I got from Ben Hoffman. I don't have any idea just, you know, what its germination rate will be. But I put it down there just to see what it'll do. So you can see it back up around here. All the different things we've got growing. About 24, 25 different varieties of grains growing right here in this field.